This is Two Chicks Talkin Flicks, where we review movies. Love them or hate them, someone's got to do it. So enjoy the show. Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm April.
And this is Two Chicks Talkin Flicks.
And anything else that gets in the mix.
Wow, it's been a long time.
It has.
We did episode 200 and then we're like,
we're good.
We're done. No one needs to hear from us anymore.
Yeah.
Or we just, had shit going on and here we are.
Yes, we are. Yes, indeedy.
So April, what's new with you?
Well, we had the FIFA in town.
Yes. It was not as bothersome as I thought it would be. Mm-hmm. A little bit bothersome. Some of us more than others, but it was not as bad. It was actually a lot of fun. People were in very good spirits.
Definitely. It was... To be a part of that hype was very exciting. Watching the TikToks and the videos, that was exciting. But it was hot in those days.
Yeah. We used to work across the street from the stadium. Uh-huh. And this is the only thing I miss is game days. Mm-hmm. As stressful as they were so much fun. And I feel like the FIFA would have been a ball. I would have been so tired every day, but I would have been having so much fun.
Yeah.
As a manager, I didn't work the registers unless we got crazy busy, but as soon as I'd pick up money, I'd have to go pick up money again. We would be making money crazy. So I couldn't only imagine how the FIFA was.
Yeah, I always enjoyed game days. Yeah. I found them to be very easy because,
you're just checking people out all day.
Exactly. And their needs are very simple.
Yeah. Beer.
Beer, snacks, beverages.
Yeah.
They're not asking you about vitamins.
No.
They're not,
What's the best hair care supplement? Yeah.
They're buying a quick makeup, mascara, lipstick.
Yeah.
Something quick.
Yeah.
A hair tie,
You know what would drive me crazy is the people that come in to try to do their regular Walgreens shopping, and they're like, "Oh, all these people," and I'm like, "You saw it, you did see them here, right? Mm-hmm. What did you think was going to happen? This is not your neighborhood Walgreens. This is just like the Walmart across the street. You don't go there to go do your regular shopping on a game day.
Nope.
You go there to people watch and to get the shit you need for game day.
You have to be strategic. I live in that area, so I have gone to Walmart, to Taco Bell, to, Walgreens. I've gone to those places on game days.
Yeah.
But I time it.
Exactly.
We're already past the first quarter. Mm-hmm. And then it's quick in and out.
Yeah.
Some
of those videos of the Walmarts that those group of people were in, it was that Walmart because it's right there next to the stadium. Yep. And it is every time I would see it, I'm like, oh, that's the one at across stadium because it is decorated with all the sports merchandise is right at the front of the store. You can't miss it.
Yep.
And I'd be like, oh, hey, I know where that is. But even Texas Live was live and popping. Yeah. If I thought it was packed during the Rangers World Series game, it was nothing compared to the soccer days.
I feel like the reason why it was more packed, it's because everyone is from out of town.
Yeah.
So they don't know the area. So if they're driving, they want to get there early to figure out parking. They need to figure out, no matter how much research you do, you're never really prepared. You want to scope out what your entrance is, what your door is. FIFA controlled everything. So you could only get in one way and get out another way. So I could understand them being there at 10 a.m. for a 6 p.m., game. Yeah. And then they would just wander around because they're going to do stuff, discover okay, we're here for 6 hours before they even let us in. Let's check out these different places.
Yeah. And also we're the biggest city in the United States that doesn't have public transport.
Yeah.
So the only way to get around is either by foot or by, Uber, Lyft, whatever, if you're from out of town, unless you get a car.
Yeah. So what they did is the closest point to Arlington on the train, they actually had, from what I could tell, they, had parking, for FIFA.
Yeah.
And 2, people that were coming in on the train, they could go to this giant area that's covered with tents, and you would make a line, and they had like fans with
Shuttles?
misters. Yeah. And they would shuttle you from, 360 Trinity to the stadium.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yes.
that.
So they did do that. I figured that out when me and my dad took the train downtown.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
So they did have that way to get into the area.
That's nice because this is a crazy area to like kind of try and figure out where you're going to go, what you're going to do. And, they have some restaurants and bars, but they don't have a ton in that little area that's walkable.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch around, but you're going to have to walk. And, that's just not fun.
Define walkable to us and like a European.
That's true.
Because I went to Michael's.
Yeah.
And there's like a hotel right there on Center and 30. And I saw people walking. Like, I mean.
Not in this heat.
Yeah. Like it's at that distance, I feel is walkable.
Oh, yeah.
But it's hot.
Yeah.
Like I felt bad. I was like, I wonder if I should give these people a ride.
Right.
Like, but I was ready to give people a ride, but it just didn't math out. Like they weren't at the curb when I was at the light.
You're like, well, you missed it.
I mean, I would have taken you, but like you didn't make it over here fast enough, and my light changed green.
Sorry.
So, sorry.
Yeah, like, when you go to Vegas, you're like, it's walking, like, whatever. You'll walk miles, but here you're like, is it worth it? It's just Michael's. Like, that's too far.
Yeah.
Because I would not walk that far, but especially in this heat. Now, I will say it was not as hot then as it has been since the damn FIFA stopped.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is unbearable this week.
Yeah, if the Europeans thought it was bad then,
they've missed it.
They really missed out because
Like,
it was unusually cool in Texas.
Yeah, like last week, I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember which day, but it was like a nice, cool, breezy 82 degrees, and I was like, if it was like this all the time, I'd be so happy. Like I went under the shade and I kind of got a chill, and I was like, it is July and I just got a chill from being outside. And then like the next day it was 110 degrees. I was just like, what happened?
Yeah. Like I work from home. So I generally don't turn on the AC until later in the day.
Yeah.
If it starts to get warm, I first start off with, okay. So my brother's the one that turns off the AC in the morning when he wakes up.
Same.
So it's off until either one of us turns it on. So in the morning, as it starts to get warmer, I have a fan that I have on, and for the most part, that fan is fine, blowing air. But yeah, no, I've been having to turn on that AC.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy. Like if people thought the United States was hot before, you missed it.
Yes.
Because man alive, it's like Texas is like, hold my beer.
Yeah. So what I don't understand is that when Qatar, because I did a little investigation about like the games and stuff.
Yeah.
They had their games in the winter.
Yes.
And I was like, dude, that would have been so perfect for us. But then I was like, no, we have all these college games, football games.
Oh God.
A random concert here and there. Like yes, we have a lot of places.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have your pick,
No.
you know, like you would have to strategize everything. That, and on top of that, for example, here in the Cowboys Stadium, they lifted the pitch. So
yeah, they wouldn't be able to do that every other day.
no, they wouldn't, you know. So
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
we're not having another event until the BTS concert in August. So this whole month is just them taking the dirt out and the grass and stuff. So
I thought it was real cool. I was really excited that it was here. It makes me excited for the Olympics. I'm hoping that that goes off as flawlessly as FIFA did in all over the United States. So we keep the high that we have going on.
yeah.
You know, if people were impressed then, I'm hoping that it stays that way. But I'm very afraid that because Olympics tend to not go as well as the FIFA. Now, I will say, I think the Qatar one was that they had some problems with that, like with like the housing of the people that were there, less about the soccer itself. But I think just California in general, like I don't know how well it's gonna go, but I'm hoping for the best and that we keep the spirits up.
The problem with the Olympics is that it's 2 weeks
Yeah.
of everybody being in one place.
Yeah.
Whereas with the FIFA, we had a few days in between games.
Yeah.
And like not everybody was in one spot.
Right.
So, you know, you had bad traffic every 3 to 4 days. And then the games were at different times. One was at 12, at 3, at 6.
Yeah.
So different people had a bad traffic experience. But the Olympics, I feel bad for all of those residents in that area because that's going to be consistent.
You know, I will say I had to drive by that area every game day. Now, I would get off before, right by the stadium, but I didn't have any troubles. I thought the back roads were going to be bogged down. I thought it was going to be like a lot of streets closed. I didn't have that issue. So I was real happy. And I was like, I told my boss like 2 years ago, I go, hey, you're probably not going to see me in July of 2026 because the soccer is going to be here and I'm not going to be able to get here. But it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, Arlington did a really good job of traffic management. Because obviously there's traffic, but I didn't experience like I didn't the traffic was supposed to be where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because like on Cowboy game days, it is
Everywhere.
different. Way different.
Because these people are local and they know the
true.
back roads.
That's true.
You know, they've come for concerts, they come for rodeos,
Yeah.
you know, they come for other things. So over time, you learn different ways to get here and there.
True.
You know, and even if you don't, like if you look on Google Maps, you know, like somebody who doesn't know will be like, I don't know about going down that street.
Yeah.
Whereas a local would be like, I'm just going to go down this street.
Exactly.
You know? So, yeah.
I will say the one funny thing I saw, besides I watch so many YouTube and TikTok videos of Europeans just like tasting flavor and like
Yes.
enjoying being here. But I saw
The
a couple.
FIFA 15.
Yes. I saw a couple of videos where it was like, Canada, do you know that soccer's going on in your country?
I know.
Because they were not partying. Like they were partying in Mexico, they were partying here, and then like Canada was just like, don't look up here.
I know. Like
We're not a part of this.
I honestly forgot all about Canada until one person posted the video.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the comments were like, you are the TikTok Canada video.
Yeah.
Because they were the only ones that asked.
Yeah, there was like nobody talking about it. And I was like, and they were saying like how rude the Canadians were being. And
Really?
yeah.
Well, in the FIFA, every team I rooted for let me down. But
Seriously,
Spain
mine too.
was the last one I rooted for. And they finally made me proud.
Yeah, the Coca-Cola, they were having those stickers. And I'd get a sticker and I'd either give it to the lady I work with who was like really into soccer, or I would hang it up on my wall. I had Britain or England team and I had American, and I kept having to peel them off of my wall as we lost.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, well.
Yeah. I got one FIFA sticker and I was like, yay, I would like to collect these.
Yeah.
But it's just more economical if I buy the Cokes in a can versus one single bottle at a time. I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Like, if I still worked at Walgreens, I probably would collect them.
Yeah, they had them at work, so I was just buying them when I was there.
Yeah, but like at home, I buy a 12-pack. So
Yeah.
I offered it in the little group chat. Does anybody want this? Nobody said anything. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just throw it away.
Yeah.
But I did see a cute video of some kids at the airport. And what they did is that they were asking people that bought bottles if they could have their stickers. And they collected their whole stickers at that little airport
Dude,
wait.
those kids should have come and found me, man. I have so many of those stickers. And I was collecting the bottles at the time, so I still have a ton of them. But they just miss me. They missed their opportunity.
Like I've passed the days of collecting.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind a casual collection. You know, like if I just don't eat McDonald's like that, but I loved trying to collect the Monopoly pieces.
Yes.
You know?
That's the only time I ever am like, yeah, okay, I'll go to McDonald's again.
Yeah, but it was so much easier like when I worked near it or when I went to school. It was easier. But now it's just like I want to casually collect something that I'm already buying.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend the extra money.
Yeah. You know, McDonald's, their prices aren't too bad. They haven't gone up that much. But Taco Bell, and I will also put Taco Casa up in here. Taco Bell, why did I buy 2 tacos and it was over $12?
What?
I bought 2 tacos.
That doesn't seem right.
Okay. So one of the things that I bought was a bean and cheese burrito. It was $1. Okay. My drink was $2.99, $3. Okay. So we're sitting at $4 right now. I bought a chalupa or a cheesy crunch taco or whatever. Almost $6 for that. What the hell? And then they asked me if I wanted to donate money. So I donated $1 or something, or raised it and rounded it up to $1. It was $12 for a taco, a burrito, and a drink. And it wasn't even a large drink. I got the smallest drink that they had. And it was $12.
So
Outrageous.
I'll be honest. I don't get their drinks because I'm not.
No, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
That made me the most mad. Is that I got the drink and then it didn't even taste good. It tasted like it had like partial Pepsi and then like some other flavor in it. Like maybe like a Baja Blast like mixture in there. It was not good. And I was mad.
Yeah, I only ever get the crunchy tacos. I get 3 crunchy tacos.
So, okay, the biggest problem is that I wanted to look for the dollar menu, but I didn't really see it on there. I don't know if they kind of moved it, but it was like really small. And so they had like all these photos and the guy kept asking me, anything else? Anything else? And I was like, dude, I said hold on. And I'm trying to like figure out their menu. They changed it and I wasn't I should have just ordered on the app, but I didn't. And and the app is cheaper. If you buy anything off the app, it's a lot cheaper.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate
What's
that.
up with that?
Like, I have a friend who's always getting these awesome deals at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I one time downloaded the app and I'm like, listen, I get McDonald's when I'm driving by it and I'm like, I want McDonald's. Or it's coming up in a block or 2. That is my getting McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not planning to get McDonald's when I'm at home or, you know, obviously I always have my phone, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't plan. What is it? I don't plan to be at McDonald's. It's just somewhere I end up.
Yeah. I only really like their breakfast. So that's usually when I'm on my way to work, that's when I'll go get it. And so other than that, no. I'm not like a huge McDonald's fan. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I just don't typically go there unless it's like really late at night or early in the morning. But yeah, I hardly ever go to Taco Bell. This is the first time, and I'd say at least 6 months that I've been. And I was just like, these prices are outrageous. And they put lettuce on my taco, which, you know, that's normal. And I came home that very day. And that's when I saw on the news that they said that they removed lettuce from their board at Taco Bell because they were having trouble with this stupid explosive diarrhea. And I was like, what? Luckily, I had taken most of the lettuce off, but still.
Yeah.
I was just like, what in the world? So I've been on explosive diarrhea watch. I'm fine so far. But it was Saturday, so who knows? I'm still in my incubation period.
Yep.
Technically.
I just, you know, I go from moods.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a crunchy taco mood, it's always going to be Taco Bell. Like I can't eat Mexican style tacos crunchy. Like it's just not right. It has to be a Taco Bell, like ground beef. It has to be ground beef for a crunchy taco.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Did you get an Amber Alert today?
No.
Okay, so funny story. Switch topics. I was watching this person live on TikTok and they're in the DFW area.
Okay.
And their phone all of a sudden started making this crazy noise. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I was like, oh, they go Amber Alert. So I was like, I'm watching this live. We're both in DFW. Why is mine not going off? And so I'm sitting there and then I hear another one in the office go off. And I was like, okay.
Can I not help find the child?
I know, right? And then, like, it took almost a minute and mine finally went off. I was like, so these aren't all together? Because normally if mine goes off, my sister's will go off almost immediately. And so I was just sitting there like, what is happening? And then finally it went off and I was like, oh, okay. I feel a part of the world now.
Yay.
Did I find the child now? Did I even look? I did not.
I'm never on the freeway.
They're never where I'm at.
Exactly. Like I'm never on the highway when it goes off. Like I'm at home. Like how am I going to find the kid in here?
Yeah, like for those of you who are constantly on TikTok and such, and you saw where people from other countries were talking about how big the United States is, specifically Texas, they would say, oh, it's in San Antonio. Well, that's like, what, 4 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours? I don't know. It's a long ass time away. I'll keep an eye out.
In 5 hours?
Yeah.
I'll let you know if they've landed here.
Yeah, like let me know. Did they go this direction? I don't know.
Exactly.
Probably not.
Yeah.
But all right.
Like it would be nice in those little ones, like, hey, this person was last seen in San Antonio at 2:30 p.m. today.
But
be
they
like,
were headed
okay.
your direction.
Well, I can understand them not knowing what direction, but I know that I'm like 4 hours away from San Antonio. So I know, okay, let's start the clock. 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. Okay. Bam.
I'll be very vigilant around 6:30.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess we should talk about the movie.
Yeah.
So when April and I decided to record today, she was like, what are we going to do? And I was like, can we do ladybugs?
Yay.
And then she was like, what's that? And I was like, it's about soccer. And I thought since we just had the FIFA, we should talk about a soccer movie. And it was like a guilty pleasure of mine as a kid. So do you want to tell the folks what it's about? A little quick rundown?
So it all comes down to Chester trying to get a promotion to improve his life for his lady and his wife or future wife.
Yeah.
Wants to get a promotion. The boss, has a kid on the soccer team and he's all about winning. Mm-hmm. So he's like, okay, I'm going to get my stepkid to dress up as a girl and win this cup for the team and the company. And that's the premise, basically.
It's kind of like the Mighty Ducks meets Little Giants. Because in the Mighty Ducks, his boss is in charge of a team, and he goes to coach the team to get his job back. And then in Little Giants, they put a girl on the team to make the team better. So it's just kind of like a mixture of both those movies. It's funny because I just saw a story about how one of the NBA players was talking about how guys who've transitioned into females can't play on their basketball team because it's unfair. And then we saw this movie and I was like, because he's so much better than the girls.
All I could think about was that,
Yeah.
you know?
Or the movie Joanna Man. Did you ever see that? Like, just so much better than the girls are. But, he's faster and
it's not so
and he
much
knows how to play.
It's not so much that the boys are better than the girls. No. It's, first of all, the story that they're telling. Because obviously there are girls that are great players.
Yeah.
And there are boys that are terrible players. Yeah. So it's all about the story that you're telling, Well,
and also he was more naturally gifted, one. And two, he'd been playing for many, many years. So, of course, he's going to be automatically better just in that case.
Whereas the girls in this team, only one is a returning original player. Yeah. All the others, it's their first year playing.
So, one thing I noticed at the very beginning of the movie, when Chester comes out, he bounces a lot. Did you notice that? Like every scene, he's just kind of like bouncy. And it was driving me crazy. I've never noticed that about him, but I don't know if I ever paid attention to him before in movies like that. But he was just like very bouncy. And I was like, stop bouncing. Why are you bouncing so damn much? Robert Dangerfield? Like,
what I noticed is that this movie is so dated.
Yes.
As in, first of all, I feel like this movie is supposed to be geared towards teens, maybe tweens and children. And you have a man here trying to check out ladies.
Yeah.
And like hug the wife. And it's just like, and then he mentioned sex.
Yes.
And I'm just like,
I'm so glad you brought that up because there are two scenes that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So one is he's having a heart-to-heart with this girl, Penny. Mm-hmm. She's kind of an ugly duckling, let's say. She's very, very shy, and she thinks that none of the boys like her because she's not as pretty as all the other girls because she has glasses and she wears a ponytail. And so he's like, no, you're beautiful. He's like sitting down and talking to her.
Yeah.
It's a very sweet scene, but it feels so uncomfortable. I didn't think that when I watched it as a kid, but watching it now, I was just like, couldn't Jackie have been the one to talk to her?
Not only that, her saying, she's her saying like, I would pick you. Yeah. No, you wouldn't. No. This is an old man that's fat and like thinning hair. You would not pick him. No. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, child?
Like, if it had been Martha or it had been Jackie, I feel like it would have been completely different.
Yeah.
But that was just real weird. And then the one that was like so atrocious, I don't know how old Kim is in this movie. Like in real life. Mm-hmm. But she's playing a 13, 14-year-old. Mm-hmm. So we have this girl. She's model good looks, obviously. She's the reason why Matthew decides to join the team because this girl that he has a crush on in school, she's on the team. She is the boss's daughter, and she's not very good. Mm-hmm. But she's beautiful, and she's sweet. And he sees her And they start playing this like montage.
A daydream.
And every time they show her, she's running and she's wearing like a low cut top and her boobs are bouncing up and down. And okay, maybe she was 18 playing this part. I guarantee you she wasn't, but let's just say she was. She's still playing a 13, 14-year-old. Mm-hmm. And that's just so unbelievably inappropriate. Every single dress that they had her in. And then they had her in a wedding dress and they were getting married. And it was just so awkward.
It's like, no matter how the script was written, the director will always rewrite it to what he wants it to be. So I can't completely say it was the writers, but the director has the final say of his direction.
Yeah.
So he wanted this to be filmed in this particular way and wanted these kids and adults to act in this way.
Yeah.
And I just felt disgusted.
Like, if she had been running in the soccer uniform, it would have been okay. If she was wearing like a sweater, it wouldn't have been okay. But in every scene, the first time we see her in his little daydream, she's in a like bra top or like a sports bra and underwear. And she's running towards him and her boobs are bouncing. And I was just like, that is so inappropriate.
Like, here's the thing. Who is that for?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure in her soccer uniform, she's not that well endowed. So they must have like gave her like a water bra or something to have that like
bouncy
effect.
Yeah.
Which is gross. That is so gross. And like, I mean, it must not have stuck with me as a kid because I remember that scene, but I don't remember that ever like noticing that before. But seen as an adult, I was just like, oh, ugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was gross. So this team, they have won for decades. Mm-hmm. And they need a new coach. And apparently everybody on the team left except for one. Why?
So here's my hypothesis. The owner, sponsor, whatever, got mad at the coach.
Ooh.
The coach quit and left. And the rest of the players quit in protest.
Oh.
And only one little girl stayed because she's like, I'm just here for the love of the game, you know?
Huh.
But like, who knows? Like, because seriously, only one person came back.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I was like, it's a winning team.
I mean, maybe two people. Maybe the daughter came back.
Yeah.
You know, because she came late to practice, so we didn't get her. We don't know if she's a returning player or not.
True.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's just so weird. And like in the Mighty Ducks, the team that they sponsor is also the team that they sponsor is a crap team just like this team. Mm-hmm. But the other team that they go against has won since that coach was a kid. And the guy was the drill sergeant. And to this day, maybe this is why I'm so competitive, but it's not worth winning if you can't win big. Like it's a chant that lives in my brain. And to me, like you would think if that team was that good, they would always constantly have people that want to be on the team and coaches that want to coach for that team. So it's surprising to me that
there must have been some controversy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you see how he is with his wife, his trophy wife.
Mm-hmm. That acts like a mistress.
Yeah. It's very strange. It was a very strange relationship. But it's clearly his wife and she's the mom of that kid. So it's like, what's that about? What's going on there? Mm-hmm. Don't know.
She was definitely a trophy wife.
Oh, show.
and she is playing that up.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Also, another thing. So after one of the matches, the mom, the wife of the boss,
Yeah.
takes all the kids over to their house, and Matthew calls, Chester and be like, "You need to come get me. Everybody's gonna go skinny dipping."
Yeah.
Skinny dipping.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand going swimming in the pool, but skinny dipping?
Yeah. Like that seems like a house that they would have a ton of extra swimsuits that you could just like borrow.
First of all, I would not want to borrow a swimsuit.
No.
But like shorts and like tops,
Yeah. Like,
but yeah.
That's so weird. I never clocked that as a kid. Like, oh, they're skinny dipping.
Yeah, no. And then on top of that, I'm like, first of all, we never see what type of vehicle the boss drives.
No.
So even if they both took their vehicles, how many kids can you cram in the car? Right. Maybe the wife, which I don't see her driving a minivan, but still, one minivan in his little sports car cannot fit a team of soccer players.
Well, let's just face it. They only probably took like the most important ones, right? The starters.
Maybe.
That's like
True.
5 people.
Okay.
We don't even hear from the others. Do we know any other names? No. They're not important.
But yeah.
There's this freakishly blonde kid that was like real pale and blonde, and they're just sitting on the bench. And I was like, I never noticed them before. We don't even know who they are. Okay, so they're talking about the wedding invitation, and you had said like, people just throw them away. Like, who cares, right? And all I could think is, yeah, I would probably make my own. And then I remembered this that happened. So when I was graduating from high school, you could order like a whole package that would have like the invitations to your graduation, right? And then thank you cards. So my mom bought that, and it came with like a mug or something. So I had like my school mug. Well, when I was graduating from college, I was like, oh, I'm going to make my own cards. So I made my own invitations. I did a really good job. I got them all mailed out, whatever. And I started making thank you cards. But at the same time, I was moving. And so I started making them, and then I put them somewhere, and I moved. And I was super busy at the time because I was working 2 jobs back and forth, transferring from Denton to home. And I forgot about them. And then I lost them because I was moving. I didn't know where I put them. I found them like 2 years later. And then I was like, well, it's too late now. So I have a feeling that if I was like, oh, I'm just going to make my own invitations. No, they'd never get made.
I feel like nowadays, if I were to get married, for wedding invitations, they would be more of like a commemorative thing. Like I would make them.
Dip them in gold.
And I would mail some to like distant relatives. And then key people in my life. And then I had spares. Like if anybody wants one, you can have one. But pretty much it's going to be a text. It's going to be online, an Evite with all of the details, Oh,
old school Evite.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're really wanted at a wedding.
Yeah. Because
when they Evite you.
I mean, I just need one invitation for my scrapbook. Like this was the invitation that I have.
Just go to Walgreens, print that out, and you're done.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine.
So.
Let's see here. Okay, so he goes to talk to his boss about a raise. Like, that is such a weird thing in this day and age because you would never do that now. Like, you wouldn't be like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go in there. I'm going to fight for a raise. Like, nowadays, it's just you wait until you have your review and then you're like.
They give you what they give you.
Yeah, and you're like, okay.
Do you accept these terms?
Yeah. And then you just go about your business. And you hope you got one.
Yep.
Like, it's such a weird phenomenon. that used to happen.
And it's like, and he says that he's one of the number one salesmen.
Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't you want to keep him? Because that's my thing. Like, if I'm so good, why are you not begging to keep me?
Yeah.
You know?
I guess like his only recourse is to be like, well, Johnson's company wants me. And that's really the only leverage you could have.
I wouldn't even use a leverage. I would go apply with Johnson and tell them what I can bring to the table.
Yeah. Be like, I was number one over there at Mullins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
and this is how much I want.
Yeah. But man, that used to be a thing. You would just like walk into the boss's office and be like, I'd like a raise, please.
I feel like obviously it's a movie, so it's exaggerated.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you had a really good sales quarter, or a year, that's probably when the conversation would come up. Not just like a random day, like, you know, next Tuesday I'm going to ask for a raise.
I've been here for a month. I deserve a raise now. Thank you.
I agree.
There are kids that think that. They're like, I've been here for so long and I have not gotten promoted. Be like, how long have you been here? 3 months. What?
Like, what promotion are you expecting in 3 months?
VP, duh.
Exactly.
Let's see here. So one of the characters we have, I don't know her real name, or at least I don't remember it, but Jackie is in this movie. I love her. She's the assistant coach and his assistant at work. And she is at one point showing them how to run, but she's running how she runs. And
all
so then,
dainty.
With their hands out and like up. And so then all the girls start running that. She's like, no, not like that. Not like that.
Don't run like me.
And I thought that was hilarious.
Yes.
At one point she's eating what I think is a Subway sandwich.
Yeah. Very. So when she's eating that Subway sandwich, she's eating it not on the end, like from the center.
Okay. So, but remember how they used to make them? Do you remember?
No.
Okay. So, my OG Subway eaters come out in full force. So this was so much better than how they do it nowadays. So what they would do is they would take the bread and they would cut the top.
I remember that.
And slice it, and they would remove it, and they would stuff everything in there, and then they would put the top back on. Mm-hmm. And so that's how you would eat your sandwich. So her eating it like that makes sense because that's the top of the bread. But now that they cut it and they cut it in half, you could have to go at it more like a taco versus how you would do it before.
I always ate the Subway sandwich the same way. I never ate it the top way. So, but what that reminded me of is I saw one time there is these people that do like elaborate pranks, not like the stupid pranks where they like honk a horn in your ear, right? What they did is they found this Justin Bieber lookalike, and they basically they pretended to take paparazzi photos of Justin Bieber eating this giant burrito from the center. And then they posted it to try to see if they got any traction. And it did. And people were like, what is Justin Bieber doing? Has he never eaten a taco or a burrito or whatever the hell he was eating? You know? And then later, you know, the people who created it showed like the behind the scenes video of how they filmed it and all of that. And that's all I could think of, like Justin Bieber eating that burrito from the front or sideways or whatever. So, but yeah, no, I do. Now that you mentioned it, I do remember them cutting it from the top, but I didn't eat it like how she was eating it. So,
yeah, that was my favorite part, was the top of the bread. I miss how they do it. I wish they would do it old school, like years and years and years ago, after they stopped doing it that way. If you found people that used to work there before they stopped doing it that way, they would still do it for you. But yeah, no, today, if you went in there and you're like, no, I want you to cut the top. And they'd be like, What? It would be so confused.
I think I prefer it cut the way it is now because you get everything spread out.
I don't know. I just really liked the way they did it.
Okay, but what about
so
like
good.
the mayonnaise and all the condiments that you would put on it?
But it's still only on one side.
But it's still spread out.
But like it was spread out in the middle. Yeah. I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. And I wish they would go back to it.
Okay. How often do you buy subs and make it like that?
I never get an opportunity. The bread's always usually cut already.
You could buy Mexican bread, the bolillos.
You know what?
French bread.
Maybe I will try that. I will try to find some bread that I can cut off the top and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And
keep in mind that you can't take your time to perfect it because these employees are not going to take 5 minutes to make the perfect sandwich. Now, I understand they have perfected the art over time.
Yeah, because they're sandwich artists.
But you can't dilly-daddy. Like, you have to pretend like you're working a conveyor belt.
Yeah, but think about it this way. They practiced that before they got to like, it was like day 1, learn how to cut the sandwich. Day 2, learn how to like peel the cheese apart with your gloves on,
But all of that has to be learned on day 1. So you're going to start off day 1. And you're going to be...
But I'm going to pretend I'm like day 30, Sarah.
Yeah.
But it's day 1 for me.
It's day 1 and you have like a boss who's on your neck like, hurry, it's the lunch rush. Go, go, go.
I can't do it that fast. I can't peel the cheese that fast with these gloves. I can't do it. I mean, I'm sure that's why they did it, why they changed how they cut it, but man alive, it was so, I don't know what it was about it. And that like I would peel the top part off and I would save that to eat last.
Like you skinned it?
No, I would just take that bread out, the piece, and I would take it out and I would eat it after.
No, I remember it. I just, it was not something that I yearn for it to return. I would like to experience it again now after this conversation, but I wouldn't demand it on the front steps of Subway headquarters.
And, honestly, I loved Subway. You know how much I loved Blockbuster. I would say Subway was a close second. Like, that's how much I love Subway. I hate Subway. Like,
They did change a lot.
They changed so much. It's not enjoyable. I very rarely enjoy my sandwich. I only go usually if I have a gift card now. Because it just is, it's not good. And if you get bacon, they don't cook it. I don't like it. If I want a sandwich, I typically will go to Jimmy John's or Jersey Mike's now. And that's it. Because the Subway just... And they're so expensive.
I
it's
feel
$5
like...
footlongs.
Obviously, I can make a better sandwich at home. But if I'm going to buy a sandwich, I usually go to 7-Eleven and get the deviled egg sandwich thing.
Oh my God. I'm so glad you mentioned that. I used to love going to Witch and get their deviled egg sandwich. Did you ever go there?
No, I never. Well, yes, I've been there, but I never noticed they had deviled egg sandwiches.
Or they had an egg salad sandwich,
Okay.
which is basically the same. It was so damn good that I used to get it. And one day my sister was talking about making this chicken salad sandwich. And I said, I'm sorry. I was like, can you just make an egg salad sandwich? I go, I am sick of this chicken salad sandwich. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll try that. And we both enjoyed it. She's made it 2 times since then. I love a good deviled egg sandwich. Yeah.
Yep.
So good. And then if you add cheese and bacon to that, delicious.
So many moons ago, I saw, I don't know, videos, TikToks, whatever, about how good the egg salad is in Japan. And I looked into it, right? And I was like, what's so great about it? You know, first they use milk bread, which is this fluffy bread. And the pictures show an equal ratio of like bread, egg salad, bread. You know, they cut off the crusts and it looked so good. And the way people describe it, it's just fluffy, so fluffy. You know, they use kiwi or whatever, kipi mayonnaise, which I've always wanted to try, but I need to find a little bottle because obviously, you know, a big bottle, like what if I don't like it? Anyways, they said they were bringing that to America because, you know, 7-Eleven is now owned by Japan, by, you know, they're now Japanese.
Yeah.
So they were going to start bringing some of their Japanese stuff. And I went to my local 7-Eleven and they said that they had the Japanese egg salad and I got it and it said Japanese egg salad. Well, it had the crust and I was like, no big deal. The bread was thin. It looked thinner than what the normal bread would even look like. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, maybe, you know, they didn't bake it thick enough. And so then I ate it and it was just, it was okay. Like, yeah, the bread was not fluffy. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't fluffy like Japan's. And the egg salad, you could taste the difference, but it wasn't as delicious as I expected it to be. So I was let down. Oh. Would I get it again? Yeah. I mean, I would eat it again. Yeah. But maybe my taste buds are just not that sophisticated. But honestly, I feel like the bread was the huge letdown. They need thicker bread. Yeah. And it needs to be, I think if it were thicker, then you could notice the fluffiness. Mm-hmm. But because it was thin, it wasn't fluffy. So you should definitely try it.
I remember I used to be a meatball sub person. So I'd go to Subway and I'd get a meatball sub. And then at one point, I found out they had a crab salad sub or something. Instead of the tuna, they had like a crab. I loved it. I thought it was so good. And then one time I went and it was before a football game and it was a little watery. I was like, whatever. They mix it up. It's fine.
You got old crab.
I'm pretty sure I got food poisoning. No sooner did we get done playing on the field, I booked it to that bathroom. And I stayed in there for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And it happened like 2 or 3 times. Oh. And I was like, okay, never eating that again.
Do you know if it happened at the same location?
Yeah, because that was like the one that was right by my school. And so, yeah, I stopped eating it. But it was my favorite. I loved it for so long. But I was like, okay, I can't eat this anymore.
Yeah, I'm a cold cut trio kind of gal.
That was what I used to get all the time.
And I like tuna. I like tuna. The tuna at Subway is just meh.
Yeah, I don't get it.
You know, like I used to love it. Yeah. But now it's just like meh.
After I got sick several times from the crab salad, I went back to the trio and then I was like, I don't like bologna. Why do I keep eating this? And so then I switched to turkey and I've had nothing but usually turkey for the rest of the time I've ever gone to Subway. 'Cause it's safe usually.
I find I've only had the meatball sub a few times. I don't really like it.
It's not good anymore.
Well, back then my complaint was when they toasted it. Yeah. I felt like it was worthless toasting it. other than melting the cheese,
Yeah.
the bread didn't get toasted because the meatballs are so meatball-y.
See, yeah, the bread would get soggy, and you know I hate soggy bread. So I would ask them, don't put a lot of sauce. Just put the meatballs, just let whatever sauce is on the meatballs be the sauce. And if I didn't do that, then it was too soggy. Especially if you waited to eat it at home. You had to eat it like right then for it to be really good.
Yeah,
Welcome to Subway Talk.
Yeah, the meatball sandwich was just too much trouble for me.
Yeah.
You know? And then I never like getting my sub toasted because I want the bread to be toasted first. Like, toast the bread. I don't care about toasting the meat.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't want hot meat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I've tried it a few times to see, well, maybe this combination will work better, you know?
Yeah.
Be like, no, it's just, I mean, maybe like on the meatball sub, it makes sense because of the cheese, it melts it.
Yeah.
But, you know, any other sandwich, it's just not it.
It's so funny. I was just talking to my dad about this like 2 days ago. Actually, no, it was yesterday. So I don't care for wheat bread or like honey wheat bread. The only time I like it is if I'm making a sandwich and I toast that bread first. I'll eat it that way. But if I don't have it toasted, I don't like it. I don't know what it is. So in this movie, one thing, I was sitting there and
it sounds like you cut it and then we did not cut the Subway conversation. It's more of like, we're completely off topic.
Yes,
we need to get back on
far
this.
Off topic. So I was sitting there and Matthew's on screen and they're chit-chatting. And I was like, how old is that shirt that he's wearing? It is so discolored. And then about 5 minutes later, you were like, what is wrong with this shirt? Why is it so discolored?
Yeah, like, why is it so faded? Are they poor?
Yeah, I was like, how long has he been wearing that shirt?
Yes.
So yeah, I had that same thought and I was just like, was it his? And he just brought it to set? Like,
I know, like you could see that it used to be vibrant.
Yeah.
But it's not anymore.
It has been sun bleached.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it looks like.
You know what? That shirt was probably, they probably filmed the soccer scenes first, and then that scene they came back to it.
Could be, because man alive, it was so, and it was like so baggy on him. He's a tiny guy.
Yeah.
And it was super baggy shirt.
I can see.
I mean, 90s was kind of like that.
Yeah. So it really just depends. It's hard to say today what the costume designer and director were going for. Like, the reason why, it's because it's faded.
Yeah.
Because it's faded, I question whether that was the original outfit that was, wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe the costume designer had a different outfit and the director was like, no, that is not going to work.
Yeah.
And maybe it was the last day of filming and they didn't have any new shirts.
Yeah, they're just like, wear this shirt.
And be like, just put that shirt on.
Yeah.
And it was probably like an extra, like, who knows?
So I was watching this comedian and someone in the audience, and okay, before the person in the audience said something, I was like, what is with his shirt? It was like super baggy, but also short. It's like he was wearing like a crop top, but it wasn't that cropped. But it was like almost
unusually short.
Yeah, for a guy. It was like almost above his like belt loops.
Oh, okay.
It was very short. It was very weird. And so it's like, what's wrong with your shirt? And he was just like, and he got like uncomfortable. And I just thought it was so funny. So that shirt kind of reminded me of it. I was just like, what is wrong with this shirt? Mm-hmm. And I felt
seen
when you said something. I was like, oh my God.
You see it
too. Yay. I wrote it down so we could talk about it. And then his wig. It like I guess worked for him, but
I like that it kept shifting. It really helped.
he'd scratch his head and it would just move.
I'm sure it drove the person in charge of continuity crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I felt like I really liked that detail. I really liked that it worked. It was a bad wig, and that's good.
Yeah.
But I would have liked it to have been a worser wig. Like just make it a little bit more worse, like a bit more tangled and more messy. Like this girl's like, like messy.
Yeah. And the weird thing is her name's Martha.
Well, they went with Matthew, Martha.
I mean,
they can't name her Matthewina.
I don't know. Like Matthew Matilda, maybe? Would have Matilda been good? Martha. It's
Maddie?
just like yeah, Maddie. Like Marguerite. No.
Yeah, no.
Megan.
Martha's good because it's a temporary name.
Yeah.
But I would not name a child that.
No. That's like an 80-year-old lady's name.
Yeah,
Martha.
yeah. It went out in good old Martha Washington.
But I always love it in movies where it's like the Superman effect or the Clark Kent effect. They're the same person. Like, you should notice it's the same person. But they never notice.
So I just recently saw a TikTok that said, oh gosh, I can't remember who the celebrity was. And they were like, this disguise would work on me. And then other people were talking about, one time I saw Zoe Deschanel without bangs and I didn't recognize her. Yes. And then people started talking about all these celebrities that they did not recognize because he's not wearing a hat or he didn't have this or he didn't have that. And I was like, you're right.
Zoe is the one person. If she's not wearing her glasses and doesn't have bangs, you're like, who is that?
It was, you say... I only hear what I want to. That chick, that's who they were talking about.
Oh, okay.
What's her name? Lizzie?
No. Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa. I wanted to say Frank. That's not it. Lisa. But yes, it's Lisa.
I don't belong. But yeah. Yeah, that's the person they were talking about. Like, she didn't have no glasses, so I wouldn't recognize her.
To be honest, would very many people recognize her with her normal glasses?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we would.
Yeah.
But, like, my sister wouldn't. She'd be like, I don't know who that is. But she's not very good with celebrity faces to names most of the time. I don't know. I haven't seen her without her normal look. So I don't know if I wouldn't recognize her. But I definitely have seen Zoe without it. And I was like,
yep.
What is wrong with her? Something's off.
But yes. So yeah, the wig possibly could work on some people.
Guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has beautiful eyes, I will say. I was like, they're so blue. He has beautiful blue eyes. It's funny because she goes to school with him, Kim, and doesn't even recognize him.
They're in the same class, the same grade,
True. But she never even asked. Like, we never had a point where they were like, so what do you like to do? She comes over to his house. Somehow she asks somebody his address and comes over, and it's Matt's house, obviously. So he has to go dress up as Martha. And they're in his room.
No, they're in like a den / family room. Because remember that room is connected to the kitchen.
Yeah.
But he keeps going to his basement room to change.
So like, I liked your idea where he could have been like, oh, I'm his cousin. Or, like, Matt, I know you from school. She's just staying here for a while.
Yeah, like he was just being extra. Like I would have just made up, Yeah, she's a relative. She's not here right now. She's just staying for the summer,
Yeah.
Because
That would have
after
been so much better.
after the first part of them being at school, they're never at school again. So
Right.
as far as I know, school year's over.
Yeah. That would have made so much more sense and been so much easier. And then he could have gotten to know her as himself instead of as Martha.
Yeah.
Which was just awkward. But then we went and have the montage of him running back and forth, which is funny. So one of my favorite movies is She's the Man. And Amanda Bynes has to do that basically. And she's also a soccer player. And she's having to like go all over this carnival, changing back and forth into different outfits. So it's very reminiscent of that. And but I liked your idea better. And I think that would have helped get them together. If that's what their end goal was to have them together, that would have been a better way to do it. Or at the end of the movie, she'd be like, yeah, your cousin Martha, wink. Like, I know it was you, idiot.
No, I do like the discovery because then all the girls get to find out he's Martha, and that really helps the morale.
That's true. It did help.
Yeah.
But she wasn't there when that happened, was she?
No, she did come. That was at the end when she joins the team, and then they do the great reveal for everybody.
But that's... Anything else about this movie?
I really loved how when Chester was telling Martha that the team needs to come together.
Yeah.
It can't be all about him being the star player. How he changes the play again. And then how with Chu, she loves butterflies. He sticks butterfly stickers on the soccer ball. And he really tries to incorporate everyone's strong point.
Yeah.
And I think with like Pester, she closes her eyes because she's scared. And he tells her, open your eyes. Like, look at what you're doing. Open your eyes. And it really like he really took that to heart and be like, okay, we need to be a team. I really liked that.
Yeah, I love how they went from him coming and watching practice to then being at the next practice to then being at the game to being a ball hog and the very next game or practice. Like, we didn't even see a practice in between then. And all of a sudden he was a team player and all of this stuff. And I was just like, that happened extremely fast.
I mean, that's why it has to happen during summer. There's no school.
Like, it would have made sense if the ball hog had happened like during practice. We noticed it a little bit. Then during the game, he really retched it up. Mm-hmm. And then the next practice, we see him doing the ball stuff. But it was in the next game. You usually have practices between games. So it's just so weird and clunky. I understand some movies, so we have to keep it moving. But that would have made more sense to me. But I did enjoy that. I did like that he found little things for each person. As soon as we saw Chu, I was like, oh, that's April. And you were like, I don't know anything about soccer.
I mean, I know I have to kick the ball and get it in the net.
I can't touch it with my hands.
Exactly. That's the extent of my knowledge.
Yes. And so that's the best person to put in the goal. It's the one person who thinks she can't touch the ball. That is the one job a goalie can do, is touch the ball.
Yes.
That's the only person who can. Mm-hmm. She does not know that, I guess, because she doesn't ever touch the ball in the goal. Mm-hmm. I think they should have corrected her on that. I probably wouldn't have put her as the goalie. That's just me. I was always the goalie when we would play soccer at school, like at lunchtime or whatever. Luckily, the ball never came over there. So I never had to deal with that. But yeah, I would have made a terrible goalie. I don't know why they put me over. Well, they're probably because I wasn't going to run. I
know I would not want to be a goalie because I want to dodge the ball, not like dive for it. Like,
yeah, no, I wasn't going to dive for it either. Mm-mm. I also wasn't going to run up and down the field. So
Yeah, no, that's too tiring.
Yeah, I should have been a manager. I'm like, I'll just be the manager. I'll be the coach.
Hey, I was the manager of the tennis team
See?
for like 6 years.
Well, there you go.
Because my old tennis teacher, just after I left, because I was the one that would make the schedules, just started whiting stuff out and then just putting in whatever he wanted. And my information that said that I was the tennis manager stayed there for like years until finally like the new tennis manager decided to type up a new paper.
Thank goodness.
But they used my paper for years.
So there's really nothing else about this. Like the only thing I can say is that it was much dirtier than it should have been for a kid's
That age group.
movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield, like, ew.
Yeah.
A lot of things he said was so inappropriate. But again, as a kid, I didn't notice it. Mm-hmm. You only notice it when you're an adult and you're like, oh, what? Huh?
Like here and here's another thing. Like they're putting in those little jokes for the adults.
Yeah.
But mind you, most likely the dads are not the ones watching this movie.
No.
It's going to be the moms. You know? Like my mom went to maybe 85% of the movies we watched.
Yeah.
And my dad maybe 15%. You know? Yeah. So if we're not watching, like he would only watch like the big blockbusters. Like he would watch the Batmans, the Jurassic Parks. He wasn't going to watch the Mario Brothers, the Ninja Turtles. Like, you know what I mean? Like he would only watch the big ones that he would actually somewhat be entertained, even though he always still fell asleep. But you know what I mean? Same as today. Like I wouldn't take him to like a Star Wars movie. But I would probably take him to a Marvel movie because it's action-packed all the way through.
Right.
So.
All right.
Yes.
So if you had to rate this film, what would you rate it?
I found it very enjoyable. It is quite dated, but it's still watchable. So I would give it a 7 out of 10. It was missing a ladybug mascot.
Right? Now that you say that, yes, I agree. And I felt like their jerseys were a little bit more orange than red. But, you know, hey, neither here nor there.
I feel like Tia and Tamara's mom should have...
Yeah,
Jackie should have at least been more ladybug-like. Because she was very ladylike, you know? Yeah.
She could have been the mascot.
Yeah, little cute little antlers.
Yeah,
ears.
all the parents should have been wearing little antlers.
Yeah.
For me, this is a nostalgic movie. Me and my friend loved the kid who plays Matthew. For some reason, I can't think of his name right now. Huge fans. So for nostalgia reasons, I'm going to give it also a 7 out of 10 sun-drenched polos. So, all right, guys. Well, that is all we have this week. It was a long episode. It was a fun episode. Welcome back.
Had a lot to catch up on.
So much.
Yes.
And until next time.
Toodles.
Bye.
This episode was produced by Two Chicks Talkin Flicks. Music was produced by Michael Giovanni. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. If you'd like to be a part of the show, have a movie suggestion, or just want to give us some love, you can email us at twochickstalkinflicks@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Toodles.